of inexperience in various positions out there for the Giants.
Gain of 49. Now Ferguson. Gain of 9 to the 10-yard line.
3rd and goal from the 4. Dak looking left, going left. There he is. 87. Ferguson with the touchdown.
He's going to come back and have a great game, and I can remember Jim Nantz saying, I'm telling you right now, I'm calling it. Ferguson.
So it's next level. 2nd and 5.
Turnovers don't happen like this.
There's a first down picked up.
2nd and 7 for the Cowboys. Prescott fakes and throws. He's got another tight end, and it's Jake Ferguson breaking tackles and lunging to the 40.
This is a game of football. Nobody's going to listen to your excuses. Injuries are a part of this game.
On 2nd down, it is Ferguson. Got around Barnes. Jake Ferguson makes it 3rd and 1. 3rd and 20. Rico Dowdle scored the touchdown. Into the game of running back. Underneath they go to Ferguson, and on 3rd and 20 they get 10. 37 seconds. Arizona has all 3 timeouts, and they're going to use the first of those.
Finished during the course of the week because they've struggled through the first 2 weeks of the season.
Play action, first play of the half. It is Ferguson, the tight end, who's their leading receiver in that first half. He's got 6 yards. 3rd and 13. Prescott over the middle. He's got Ferguson. And Ferguson lunges inside the 5. Now it's 4th down, right where it was going to be had they declined the penalty.
Hit him in the hands, couldn't bring it in. 3rd and 6. Prescott goes far side. Ferguson, the other tight end, makes a man miss. First down and goal.
They took him into the tent to observe that left leg, so we're not exactly sure what he's favoring here.
Prescott. Oh, Ferguson held on. What a catch. As Kyle Duggar brought the hit. 3rd and 4. Over the middle, Ferguson in stride. He's got another first down and taking people with him all the way down to the 11. Jake Ferguson, his 4th catch, and the Cowboys keep on moving.
Man rush. They're coming after it. Dak got rid of it. There goes Jake Ferguson for the first down. Pushed out of bounds inside the 35-yard line. Good looking throw to the 2nd-year man out of Wisconsin. Underneath the tight end, Ferguson.
Yep, I was wondering if that flag was coming, and it certainly did.
Yeah, here we go.
Prescott going end zone. Caught for the touchdown, Ferguson.
Great matchup. You see 56 Christian Roseboom. He's the Mike linebacker. 2 high safeties. Ferguson's just going to run right by him, and this is a big-time ball. It's a one-handed stab there by Ferguson.
After their playoff wildcard victory last year, here are the Cowboys up big early. Have it again, get it back to Ferguson with the touchdown earlier, and Jake Ferguson works his way out.
You're not having so many drives that end down there inside the 20 because you can score from a ways out.
Pressure on Prescott underneath. Oh, good catch, Jake Ferguson. First down inside the 10, 1st and goal for Dallas. Quick throw. Ferguson is in. Touchdown, Dallas.
That ball to be completed. This is just typical RPO. He's reading Reed Blankenship. The second he takes one.
4-man rush. Prescott can't find anyone. Scrambling, throwing, flag flies. Ferguson comes back to get it. Jake Ferguson with a good move into Philly territory and all the way down to the 34, but there's a flag back near the line of scrimmage, so let's see. Over the middle, it's caught by Ferguson. First down, Dallas. What a big first half he's had. 4-man rush. First read not there. Here's Ferguson. Comes back to get it and now is swarmed by Eagles. Is down to the 43. 3rd and 10. Prescott, quick throw underneath. It is a tight end for a first down. There's Ferguson. Pressure. Prescott stands in, delivers. Ferguson Let's see, do they wind the clock or not? Did he get out of bounds and go forward? There's a penalty back by the quarterback, too. Anyway, Dallas has moved the ball, but obviously we're scoreless. Here's Prescott. Has time. Delivers. Beautiful catch in stride. Jake Ferguson, the tight end, who has really come on in his second year. He's become the second favorite target for Prescott. Bringing the fullback. Fake to Pollard here. Floating it out for Ferguson. Touchdown, Dallas.
Well, apparently the Giants were thinking the exact same thing. To the back pylon, and those are about as easy pitch and catch as it gets at this level.
Blitz coming. Prescott, man wide open. Ferguson in stride for a first down.
They got to get everyone out of there and look it again.
Oh, they able to hit the pass out to the 40-yard line to Jake Ferguson.
Like any of these good teams, you got to be great up front.
Caught. Hurdle. Gets a couple of extra yards, a little short of the first down. Jake Ferguson. Over the middle. Middle screen. Ferguson again.
Who stepped in for him.
There he is covering the slot receiver there. Catch over the middle. Good grab. First down. Jake Ferguson making the catch. Caught. Escaping. Ferguson. Lamb comes to the left. Looks toward Lamb. Shoulder shake. Throws. That's going to be caught by Ferguson. Touchdown.
I told you Jake Ferguson's not going to back down from Jamal Adams. A little out and then up. Not bad position, but Adams never looks back. Never found the football. So it's tough for him to be able to adjust. I think Dak realized that Adams was lost out there on an island.
22. Dak throwing in the middle. There's Ferguson into Eagles territory at the 45. That's Tony Pollard, who's in on 3rd and 6. The Eagles bring a blitz. Getting to Dak. The throw caught by Ferguson. Getting away from Sidney Brown. Jake Ferguson, big run to the 27-yard line.
And it was like he had just cracked the code on the game itself.
Timing the footwork to where to throw it. Great leap by Ferguson. First down, Dallas.
Fantastic effort tonight by the Dallas Cowboys.
39 on that one. This is Jake Ferguson to the 37-yard line. This is a Dallas team flag down here.
On the fake, blitz, picked up. Prescott slides and hits Ferguson. His first catch of the day, and he gets all the way up to the 36. 3rd and 5 here for Dak Prescott. Stands in and delivers, and it's caught to Ferguson. He's got to have a first down and keep the drive on moving. Ferguson has another catch, stays on his feet as a first down. Prescott on the throw, gets it to Ferguson, first down and more. Big room, Ferguson inside the 15. Nice play call by Dallas and converting as Ferguson. Dallas going to go quickly. It looked like he caught it, but they're going to make sure of it. On the fake, Prescott, get it there again. Jake Ferguson, head down, and he's got another first down. 4th and 3. Blitz is coming. Prescott sees it, gets it to Ferguson. It's a first down for Dallas. Down to the 15 he goes, but that's plenty to keep the drive. Here's a fake and some time coming near side. There's Ferguson, the tight end, who makes the catch and out of bounds with another first down. Prescott just floats it out. Ferguson again makes the man miss. Bouncing around out there and still surging forward, and he's got a first down. 3rd and 5 here. Prescott underneath. Ferguson has the catch, and he's got a first down. Prescott right over the middle. Ferguson, nobody on him. Racing inside the 5. And Jake Ferguson down to the 3.
On defense, they wanted takeaways. pressure the quarterback. So, I mean, they've accomplished a lot of what they set out to do.
In stride, Ferguson, another first down.
Second down, 4-man rush. Prescott unloads quick. Ferguson, oh, great catch. Jake Ferguson goes up and gets it. Then down to the 41 he goes. I mean, there were 4 Packers right there, but he picked up 19 yards. But the last 2 weeks and today, they've been just terrific. Prescott, quick throw outside Ferguson, cuts it in. And Ferguson with a great move, and that should be enough for a first down.
It's kind of a light box in here. You got to wonder if Dak checks into a run.
Prescott going to keep, toss to Ferguson, and he's in for the touchdown.
If he likes the look, he can hand it off. He can pull it himself. And then, of course, he's got Ferguson in the flat. So, and that would give their defense a chance. But I'm going to give credit. Both sides of the ball are dominating this game.
Prescott back to throw it and rips it to Ferguson. Prescott rifles over the middle, and he's got a touchdown to Ferguson. Here's Prescott. Going end zone, Ferguson, and he makes the catch, and he's got another. Here's Prescott, pressure in his face, spinning away, and gets rid of it to Ferguson, who's going to get up and pick up the first down and get out of bounds with 1:52 to go.